Well, here we are again.
Here we are.
Hi, folks.
It's a brand new year.
A brand new year.
I read a very interesting thing in the paper.
You did.
That I
Tell
want
me
to share.
about
A woman was so happy that her grandchildren were visiting. She gave, when they passed the plate at church, she gave an extra $5.
Really?
Yeah. And when they left, she gave 60. They stayed a week. The younger generation. It's not what we remember. But it's a brand new year, 2013. My little book is coming out. Her little books are coming out.
I'm excited about your stories.
Your cookbook is coming out again, and it's going to be a wonderful year. And those people who need medical marijuana can go to the freight yard, because that's where they're going to be dispensing it, by the chemical tubs, you know?
Right, right.
And I think he got a special dispensation because it's a railroad, and they're going to be driving it in from Montreal.
Oh my.
I don't know. I know nothing. Pay no attention. I'm glad to be here. We're healthy. We're happy. You look great.
And it's a new year.
It's a new year.
You know, and we've been very careful. We've put on a couple of pounds. We have to get rid of them now.
But we are.
But we're working at it.
We're working at it.
And no one has invited us to dinner, but it's a brand new year, and maybe, just maybe, you'd like to invite us to dinner
If
this
you'd
year.
like to invite us to dinner, I will help with the dishes.
Oh, that sounds like a good thing.
Well, that brings you closer to God. You know,
right.
so if you know, I Brother Lawrence, he's pretty good. This isn't D.H. Lawrence, this is the other Lawrence.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you make any resolutions for the new year?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Actually.
What are they?
Well, I'm going to get more sleep.
You are?
Yeah, I need to
When
get...
do you plan to do that?
Well, when
In the morning or at night?
When I can squeeze it in.
Going to bed
Now,
earlier?
you asked about resolutions. I'm being serious. I'm going to get more sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be more forthcoming with you.
More forthcoming?
Yes.
Meaning?
Well, you'll figure it out later.
I want to hear more about the forthcoming.
The forthcoming. Well, no, this is a family show. We can't do that. No.
Never mind.
But we're going to enjoy ourselves.
We're
It's
going to
later
enjoy
than we
ourselves.
think.
It's later than, it's always later.
It's always later than you think. I read about the basketball coach who's 67 and his girlfriend is 51 or 55, Phil Jackson and Miss Boss, and they're finally getting married.
Yeah?
And he waited 15 years.
Really?
They had a 15, 20-year courtship.
Oh, dear. That is a long courtship.
So I
hope things don't change with them once they get married and they find out. I saw that Hugh Hefner was getting married.
Yeah.
Yes, Hugh Hefner got married.
Yeah.
He got married to the woman that he was going to marry before, who ran off and didn't marry him.
And she came back.
She came back, and maybe he offered her more money or something.
A better prenup,
he's 88,
I guess. He's
right?
88?
He's the same age as some of our friends here where we live, and 88, that's up there.
Well, he still has his red crushed velvet smoking jacket.
He must have 6 of them.
You think?
know? Oh, I think so.
And the way he clenches his jaw makes me wonder if there's a little polydent in there.
Well, probably more than polydent, darling. Probably ways of getting himself younger looking.
Himself younger. You think he has Botox?
Probably.
Man, should I get Botox?
He hasn't looked as much. He's changed much. He hasn't changed much. He's got sort of a Dick Clark effect.
Would you like me to get Botox? And then
No.
No.
Dreadful thought.
I wouldn't look kind of like Cary Grant or
No.
Gary Cooper?
I don't want you to look like them. I want you to look like you.
Robert Mitchum?
No.
Well, I mean, I just thought, if I spiffed it up a little bit, it might be nice. So more resolutions. Well, to eat right.
Eat right.
To eat right.
Eat right. Eat less.
Well, that's eat right. Let's let it go at eat right. We don't have to put a number on it.
If you eat less of what is right, then ultimately you can't go wrong, huh?
That's true, but if you eat less, then that might force you to want to eat more.
Oh, drink more water.
More water.
That fills up the holes.
They have this.
Lots of
Did
water.
you notice at the market they've got these incredibly wonderful flavored waters,
Yeah?
like pomegranate, orange spritzer.
Yeah. I like the water that comes from the tap through the filter, that is.
Yeah. They have a bourbon and water, which is supposed to be really, really good. And of course, scotch and water is supposed to be nice. I'm really not a drinker, so when you have me over for supper, don't worry, I'm not going to loot your bar or anything like that.
No, we don't even need wine.
We don't need anything. We just need friendship, petite filet mignons. Wouldn't that be
Lobster?
nice? Lobster. That'd be good.
Actually, this is not a good time of year for lobster.
But nice time for petite fillets.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. But I mean, I want
And
the
skip the desserts.
station.
We don't really need anything
Yeah.
rich.
What are we going out for?
What?
And what do we, if we're not getting anything, I mean. Yes,
Oh,
have
right,
us over
let's
for a
skip the
grilled
dessert.
cheese sandwich.
Don't skip the desserts.
Grilled cheese sandwich and
Stephen will eat the
tiramisu.
desserts.
Tiramisu?
I'll have 3 bites. That's my rule.
You-
All right, here's one of my resolutions. 3 bites of anything I like and nothing more than that. Okay. So you can have all the rest of the cake. I'll just eat 3 bites.
Wouldn't it be interesting to open a restaurant and call it Bites? You have sound bites that
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have, and food bites.
Well, you know, that's like the Chinese
Bad
dim
joke.
sum, which is all
They're not
appetizers.
dim at all. They're very intelligent
All
people.
appetizers. Dim sum is a meal of appetizers.
Well, some of them are dim, but some of them are,
No.
wow,
no,
coo-hoo.
No.
No,
No, that won't. That doesn't work.
that doesn't
No,
play.
That doesn't work. I'm sorry.
This is not a year for puns.
Oh, it's a year for puns, but not that particular pun.
Well,
That's not politically correct.
oh, you mean China's our friend now?
Yes, it has been for some time.
It has? I didn't know.
Yes,
I
I
didn't know.
remember when China wasn't allowed in the United Nations.
Right.
And I remember going to a meeting for people who were plugging for China.
And
to
you know,
be-
the great irony was, who do you suppose pushed and pushed and pushed to get China into the UN?
Richard Nixon?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
He was their buddy.
Yeah, and he would campaign vigorously against communism
Mm-hmm.
when he defeated Helen Gahagan Douglas and
Right.
several other people, and then he became friendly towards, it's crazy.
No, well, you know, it's all silly.
It's all silly.
I mean, remember when when Japan was the anathema? That was a long time ago.
They were the enemy.
They were the enemy. Now they're the friend, and you drive a Toyota or
Yeah.
practically every car you drive is made in
Somewheres
Japan.
in my stuff, I have a button that says, "We'll bomb each Jap right off the map." I don't dare wear it,
No, I don't think you should.
but it was real. And there was a lot
Well,
of
you know-
very positive cheers when we dropped the H-bomb,
know.
sad to say.
You know, I fail to understand, and I wish there could be peace in 2013, but it's a forlorn hope. I fail to understand why people attack each other over nothing. I mean, over stupidity, over religion, or over beliefs, or over oil, or something foolish
They
like
want,
that.
because it
And
gives
they don't
them,
realize that we are. You might as well bite your own arm. I mean, why? You might as well hack off your foot, for heaven's sakes, as go and bomb people. It's really foolish.
well,
really foolish.
I totally agree. I absolutely, totally agree, and there is nothing we can do about it.
No, there isn't, except to be kind where we are.
Yeah, right.
We can be kind where we are.
Right. Imagine how God must feel,
I know.
looking down
I
and
think of
going,
that
ah.
I think of that sometimes. I mean, if God sees everything, what a horrible experience that must be.
And please, folks, can we have a year without senseless, psychopathic killings using AK-47 on kids?
yeah, really.
Can we just have a peaceful year for children?
A peaceful year for children would be something wonderful.
To be able to know you can go to the movies at midnight and not get blown away, or you can respond to a fire trying to help people and not get shot by some
There was an
idiot.
interesting piece in the paper this morning about the 50s and how people were, dishing the 50s for whatever reason, and how wonderful the 50s were. And talking about, well, your kids could go out and play, and you didn't have to worry about them, and you could leave your car and your door unlocked and not worry about it. But you people were building bomb shelters in their backyard, for heaven's sake. You remember that?
And now
That's
there's
so
a new
silly.
group out
Now
there.
there's a new group out there, and they're called preppers.
Preppers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't go to prep school
And
either.
they have any number of food, months of food stored away, and everything else complete with guns, so that you can defend your fort, which is now underground by, what was it? The one we saw on television was 2 stories down.
Well, you know what I think it really is people have a yearning to live on submarines.
That must be it.
And preppers have a big yearning. And I wish them well. I don't know what's going to happen if there is Armageddon by any other name, and they want to come back out and they can't breathe the air.
I don't think I want. I mean, if things are going to blow up, I prefer to blow up with them. I don't want to. I don't want to live in a world where everything is blown
I'd
up.
rather it didn't happen.
I'd rather it didn't happen too, but I would rather be elsewhere than living in that kind of a world. But there are people who feel differently, and more power to them. Me personally, I don't think any of that is going to happen. I
No.
think we're going to have another business as usual, with pros and cons and struggles, and
Let's make it peaceful, please.
wouldn't it be wonderful?
Let's not attack kids.
Wouldn't it be wonderful?
That would be my wish for the year.
Yeah. On the good side, I noticed that they're starting to really look into sugar better, more, and fructose, and articles in the paper about how fructose puts on weight and doesn't satisfy you and stuff like that. That was good to read.
Yeah, that was good. I don't use it anyway. I read labels now.
Yeah. Read labels. That's another resolution.
Aspartame,
We do that anyway.
high fructose. And, I mean, anything that has a bunch of
Monosodium
words.
glutamate.
Yeah, MSG. Anything that has a bunch of words I don't know, I don't buy the stuff.
Well, I love
I'd
it.
rather we bought fresh.
Angela says if there are ingredients in it that she doesn't know what they are, she won't buy it.
Well, yeah, and that makes
Makes
that
perfect
makes
sense.
perfectly good sense.
Makes perfectly good sense.
And it's going to be very interesting with global warming. People are beginning to take global warming
More
seriously.
I know. It's a big thing.
Hurricane Sandy helped with that.
Yep.
And I was pleased to see that the bill to help the people whose homes were destroyed by Hurricane Sandy went through.
Yeah.
It had a lot of riders that had nothing to do with Hurricane
Well, they
Sandy.
always do that.
But that's the House of Representatives. Those
Yeah.
people don't care
They're known
about
as the
us.
pork people.
Yeah, really. A lot of pork. Like, let's fix the roof of the Smithsonian and take the money from Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, really.
That doesn't seem
No,
fair.
it doesn't.
But we have a great president.
We do.
We have a really great
He's
president.
watching out for us.
And he can represent us as best he can, considering that we have a house divided against itself,
Again.
which was back there with Lincoln. You
Yep.
know, same thing. We haven't changed much. It's all business as usual.
But you know, on a day-to-day basis, when you think about it, the main thing to do is to try to make the best of what you have and share it with other people.
I think that's all you can do. And you see people who feel that way, and it's nice knowing them. And you see people who tend to have that grabby Piscean attitude, and you just avoid them. You know, there's just nothing going on there.
Yeah.
I hope we get away this year. I hope we can do a little traveling.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Maybe an afternoon in Northbridge. I mean, that might be
I'd love that.
special.
I'd love that. You know me.
Walk around Northbridge of a sunny afternoon. That would take a lot of planning. Chris could help us though.
He can be our guide.
And maybe even,
Wilds of Northbridge.
yeah, maybe we could even do Westboro.
Maybe.
So that's 2 good getaways
Yeah.
right there. And of course, there's Everett and Malden, but that's a hike. You know, we'd have to stay overnight somewhere. So, you know. I love Revere. I haven't been to Revere in an awfully long time.
You want to go to Revere?
I love Revere. They have the best pizza and they have the nice beach,
Really?
friendly people, especially guys you want to talk about motorcycles with. That they're there on the Parkway.
I saw that you can get a what's it called? Not a rebate, tax relief or tax rebate maybe, if you buy an electric motorcycle.
Ooh,
Yeah.
want to
Wanna
get
buy
me
an
one
electric
for my birthday?
motorcycle?
That would be
No.
fun to have.
Probably not.
Get the little side
I think
seat
I
that
think
I
you-
could sit in while you drove
You
the.
have to get it. You will get it for me. Not
Yeah.
I get it for you.
Would you like a motorcycle?
maybe.
That'd be
Might be
fun.
fun.
Yeah. Tooling around town.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
The only thing is we don't have a garage to put it in.
Bring it in the apartment and keep it in a little hallway.
Keep it in the hall, yeah.
Yeah, keep it in the little hallway. That would be nice. Polish it, give it a name like Roger, or
If it's my motorcycle, it's going to be a female.
a female.
Uh-huh, yep. It won't be Roger.
What
It might be, let's see. What would be a
Gwendolyn?
good name for a motorcycle?
Priscilla.
Priscilla?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Then I could say, where's Tasha? She's out pounding leather with Priscilla. that has a charm to
Oh.
it, Just, we can't name anything after anybody we know. And the more people we know, the fewer names are accessible. I have that problem when I write.
We don't know anybody named Edward.
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 I had an uncle,
Yeah,
Ed.
I'm talking about people in our life now.
Eddie? No? Eddie, my love. Bum, 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 bum.
The only Ed we ever knew,
do.
we used to live across the street from, and that was a long time ago.
That was
and I don't
years
know
ago.
where they are, because they don't live there either.
I think they moved to Palm Beach.
Probably.
Yes.
But, so we could name somebody Edward
Edward,
or
Eddie.
Theodore. We don't know
Theodore.
any Teds.
Well, Teddy.
Do we know any Teddies?
Well, it's too close to the deceased senator. I wouldn't want you banging leather with Teddy. I mean, that wouldn't.
Oh,
that
I'm
wouldn't
not.
work.
I'm not calling my motorcycle Teddy.
Oh, you're not?
No,
I thought you were going to call
I'm just talking about names.
names. Oh, Walter's a good name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know any Walters?
Call your motorcycle Mitt or Willard.
I would call my motorcycle something exotic. I think, like Orchid.
Or Chop Chop. Chop Chop?
No, not Chop Chop.
You don't like Chop Chop?
I don't like Chop Chop.
No, it's a good name. Where's your wife? She's out with Chop Chop. No? No. Driving around with Chop Chop? No. On Chop Chop? Never mind. I'd love to get you a motorcycle. I think it would take years off your life. You'd look so cute with a helmet. Your daughters would cheer. They would. They'd be so happy. There's Mom!
I would need something that had 3 wheels, one way or another.
They've got those.
If you have a sidecar, that would be an additional
Yeah,
balance. I wouldn't want something that would fall over.
because it
I
goes.
never was very good on a bicycle.
We go zipping down 122, waving to all our fans who would come out to see us. That would be.
Like the 2 fat ladies.
Oh, they're good cooks. I would love to sit would have sat at their dinner table.
Yeah.
That would have been really good. It's going to be a great year. I feel it. The stock market is off and running.
Mm-hmm.
Now that everyone lost their shirt, and they've come back.
They've come back.
And I think that's good. And the Red Sox are playing it safe.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Patriots could go to
You are
the
fond of your Red Sox.
Patriots could go to the Super Bowl.
They could.
They could, or they could tank, one of the two, and be in another bowl. So it doesn't really. I can't make it funny anymore. I
Why
think
not?
I should retire.
Why?
I don't know. My humor doesn't
Oh, honey.
reach the national standard.
Oh, honey, that's not true.
I don't use 4-letter words.
You're
Right
very
there's
humorous.
a terrible limitation.
You are my good humor.
Well, good.
My good humor person.
Good. Off Brick Wall is coming back. He's staying with Gertrude and Mabel. His adventure will continue in the Grafton News
Good.
and on
It's time that
funnywrite.com.
he and Gertrude had some fun together.
Yeah, well, it's all going to come together.
Oh,
With
I
the
like
great
Gertrude.
gathering.
She's so real to me, you know. She's real to me.
Gertrude
Very
Gallatin,
funny.
yes, I love
She's
her.
real to me.
She looks just like my Aunt Frida.
Mm-hmm.
And Mabel kind of looks like my Aunt Rose.
Uh-huh.
But they're different.
Mm.
They're Irish for one. Mabel is Irish.
Mabel, well, so is Gertrude.
No, Gertrude is.
Gertrude is Irish.
No, she's
Gallatin
not.
is an Irish name.
Well, Mr. Gallatin might have been, but I think
She's not Irish?
No,
I
no,
always thought
I
Gertrude
don't
was
think of
Irish.
Gertrude as Irish. No,
Huh.
no. Gertrude and Mabel. That book is going to be happening.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great year for creativity. Going to be some wonderful fiction coming out. A lot of it by me. Some wonderful inspirational writing by my dear girlfriend here, as well as the reprinting of the Magical Kitchen Cookbook.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I know, I'm looking forward to that.
And we can put photographs in if it's online.
No, honey, we can't do anything.
Can't do
It's
anything.
all formatted.
It's all formatted.
All it has to be is the formatting has to be translated into whatever works
Into
next.
whatever it is. Well, the new edition will have photographs of pictures of you bending over a hot stove, reaching into the
You
fridge.
just want pictures of me bending over, that's all.
Well, that would
I
be
have
nice,
you.
yeah. It's perfectly all right to do that. I'm going to
That's
take
all
you
right.
out to lunch today.
You are?
Yeah,
So we have to figure out where, though.
yeah. We always have lunch when we do a show, which is why we really only do one show a month, because Grafton restaurants tend to stretch the wallet.
They do? I
Yeah.
think they're pretty good.
I think they're very good, but everything is getting up there.
It's interesting, though, having lived here as long as we have, we've seen restaurants come and go,
Yeah, many.
and some many in the same buildings.
Yes.
Like Lake Ripple.
Yeah,
When we
well,
moved here, Lake Ripple was
Lake-
old, reliable Lake Ripple.
And now it's a wonderful
And
Tex-Mex
now
restaurant.
it's an excellent Tex-Mex restaurant.
Yeah,
But in between,
Cancun.
it was something else.
yeah. And the Wonder had many
The Wonders had a number of different owners.
rigatoni there down on, or Rapinelli, or down on
I
122.
liked it when they served the crab meat stuff. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was adequate. It was pretty good. But there's nothing like your home cooking.
I like my home.
So, you know, I've come up with a great idea.
What's that?
We have tried for 40 some odd shows to get an invitation to dinner.
And no one has responded.
No. So, folks, give us a call and come to our house for dinner. Tasha will feed you. She loves to cook. We have some dietary limits, and we'll do 5 meals a week.
What?
Yeah, 5 meals
What
a
are you
week.
talking about?
Yes,
Oh, please.
really,
Oh, really, Stephen?
really.
If you do that, you'll have to charge. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we can't charge. This is a
I
nonprofit.
can't feed 5 people a week on nothing but our little food budget, please.
Well, maybe
That's
they
not
bring
fair.
us
That's
something.
too much to expect.
Maybe they bring something.
No.
We have a limited diet, but you can always bring cheese.
Stephen, please don't offer to feed people.
You don't want us to feed people.
Not on a regular basis. No, I'm not running a restaurant. There was a time, love. There was a time when I fed a great many people, often, frequently.
We had those wonderful potluck suppers, and then we would
I'm not even
meditate.
talking about that. I'm talking about all the people who show up at meal times because they like the cooking, I guess.
I know, but maybe that could start again. And at 5 o'clock, people could start bumping into the apartment.
Yeah.
Someone might bring a stick of celery,
I think
or a
not.
salami, or something to
I
share.
think not.
No?
No, I think not. I'm sorry. I'm not there.
You're being difficult, that's all.
difficult.
Yeah.
I'm difficult.
Yeah.
No, I'm not difficult. I'm not difficult at all.
You don't
I
want
am one of the nicest people in the whole wide world.
You don't want to cook for
I like to cook.
for
but not-
strangers?
but for you,
No, for strangers.
For
That's the
strangers.
test.
honey, I'm not running a restaurant.
I'll wash the dishes for strangers. That'll bring me closer to God. So you can cook. You don't want to do that. If you vaguely know us, call. If you ran into us at the supermarket, at the lettuce display, call.
Oh, please.
And then someone you know, be harder for you to say, I'm sorry about that. I mean, this woman is the best cook in Grafton. She is absolutely incredible. You will love her cooking and want to keep coming back day in and day out. And we can open up a little food pantry right in our home. Now that's how we could help out for the year. No?
Oh, dear.
No?
Oh, dear.
You don't want to?
No, I don't.
I'll bet we get 20 calls by the end of Sunday.
No.
And we'll get them all up on
No,
Facebook.
No.
You can't say no to something wonderful. This is how you'll gain your fame. Grafton woman feeds strangers. I mean, there's the headline. In Grafton, Massachusetts, Tasha Halpert and her kind, loving, adorable husband, Stephen.
you're
feed
old.
hundreds of people they've never met every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Hundreds every day?
Well,
Even-
it's got to exaggerate a little to get the press.
Oh, oh,
No, no.
oh. Please.
You'll be famous.
I don't want to be famous that way.
Your cookbook will.
I want to be famous for kindness.
That is kind. You're feeding people.
No,
What could
no.
be kinder than that?
I want to be famous for creativity.
Well, that is. You could combine sweetbreads and liver and peanut butter.
Never happened.
And something. No.
I want to publish Gertrude Gallatin's cookbook. That's what I want.
Oh, I'll have to talk to her about that.
She makes wonderful things with peanut butter.
Yeah. And sauerkraut. Peanut butter and cabbage.
Ooh.
No?
Ah.
No.
Perfect for the cookbook.
Peanut butter cabbage casserole.
Yes, peanut butter cabbage. Oh, God. I could come up with a recipe, you know.
For peanut butter casserole with.
Peanut butter cabbage casserole, absolutely. I could come up with a recipe, and it would probably taste pretty good. But not the way Gertrude would make it.
With
That
little
would be my recipe, not hers.
with little jalapeno.
No.
No
not
jalapeno.
if it was mine. I'm not. I've gotten totally away. Oh, look, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's
2
it.
minutes. Where
We-
did it go?
We have only 2 minutes. If you'd like to come to dinner at our house, call the station, talk to Chris. He will see to it that you're on the list.
Folks, please,
Yes.
don't, don't listen to him.
This could be
No, don't listen to him.
this could be your big break.
No, don't listen to him.
You'd be on
No.
Good Morning America. Really.
Don't listen to him. Don't
George
listen to him.
Stephanopoulos would get in touch with you. What's her name? The lady who makes the napkins.
Napkins?
Yeah, the famous hostess with the mostest.
Napkins?
Yeah, she's famous. She's famous. I forget her name. She would call you.
Napkins?
You would really be, you'd be a
Who
star.
are you talking about?
She served time.
Oh, I know who you're talking. Well, I thought that was who. What is her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gertrude Atherton. Gertrude Gallagher. Anyway, it's been fun, and we're off to a rousing start. We'd love to have you over, especially my wife.
Come here. I'm kissing you. Mwah. Mwah.
You'd rather kiss me than cook.
I want many kisses for the new year. Mwah. Mwah.
I think we're all done. 1 minute. Oh, we're not all done.
We should be.
We should be.
We should be.
Well, we're not. Hey, the phone's ringing. It's jumping off the hook in there. Oh, you're going
Don't
to
you
be,
wish?
You'll be popular. For St. Patrick's Day, you could make corned beef and cabbage.
Please.
It would be so good. You are such a good cook. He's gone. I think we're through.